guys, welcome back to Good Gamers. I'm Mason, and it's time for the Week 3 NFL game picks. So I decided to change last week's title to Week 2 because this just feels more like Week 3 to me. Hall of Fame game is not Week 1. Anyway, so I'll go over last week a little bit. The few main points I want to say. Trubisky got his revenge on the Bears. He had an outstanding game, and the Bills won 41-15. Justin Fields kind of disappointed me, not gonna lie. So did Andy Dalton, though. So I hope that changes it for the regular season. Both Patriots quarterbacks played really good. Mac Jones and Cam Newton both had really good stats. And Trevor Lawrence for the Jaguars wasn't that great either. His stats weren't very impressive. Jameis Winston definitely won the starting job for the season, in my opinion. He had way better stats than Taysom Hill, and he kind of has been more consistent throughout this preseason. Also, I think Jameis Winston had half the passing attempts as Taysom Hill. And then Zach Wilson was also outstanding. He was 9 for 11 for 128 yards, the Jets quarterback. That is really good stats. I mean, 9 for 11. He only threw 2 incompletions. Alright, now on to this week's picks. So, as I always say, preseason is really hard for me to predict because I don't know who's going to play. It's just a guess. And, yeah. So, I'm going to say Detroit wins this one. I think they're just like the better preseason team. They might be playing Jared Goff. Maybe not. I honestly don't know. Anyway, I say they win. Final score 20-24. Now we have the Eagles at the Jets. So the Eagles got destroyed by the Patriots last week. The final score was 35-0. And the Jets beat the Packers last week 23-14. So I'm going to say the Jets win this one. Zach Wilson has another good game. Jalen Hurts doesn't do anything special. Maybe doesn't play at all. Final score 17-23. Now we have the Steelers at the Panthers. The Steelers are undefeated this preseason, and they've been winning most of their preseason games. So therefore, I'm going to pick them to win this one over the Panthers. Final score 22-17. Now the Vikings is at the Chiefs. So Mahomes was playing a little bit last week against the Cardinals. I don't think he played much, but he still played. I don't think he will this week, or if he does play, it won't be very much at all. And the Vikings probably have more players that they're testing with. I mean, the Chiefs made the Super Bowl last year. They shouldn't injure their starters. So I'm picking Minnesota 26-20. Now we have the Packers at the Bills. The Bills have been really good this preseason. Trubisky he played really good last week. He didn't really get many snaps in week 1 of the preseason. But last week he played really good. I say he plays really good against the Packers, his old rival team, and the Bills win this one, 13-27. Now we have the Ravens at Washington. So Washington beat the Bengals 17-13 last week, and the Ravens beat the Panthers 20-3. Neither of those teams are really impressive to beat, but the Ravens technically played a little bit better, so I'm picking them to win this one, 24-20. Now we have the Bears at the Titans. I gotta go with the Bears on this one again because they're still playing. I know that Justin Fields is getting the start. I only know this stuff because the Bears are my favorite team. But I know Justin Fields is going to start the game. I'm sure Andy Dalton will get thrown in sometime. And the Titans probably aren't going to play many of their starters because, again, they were a really good team last year. So, Bears win this one 23-20. Now you have the Buccaneers at the Texans. So I think I saw somewhere that Brady is going to play a few snaps in this game, but I don't think he'll play very many. Although he is usually pretty careful. I noticed that he will just go down if he sees someone running after him. He won't be like a lot of younger quarterbacks and try and break the sack. But I don't think he'll play much, and it won't be enough to win this game. I'm going to say that Houston wins 10-17. Low scoring one. Now we have the Cardinals at the Saints. The Saints have been playing pretty good all preseason, and I thought they would lose last week. They didn't. Jameis Winston is playing great. Taysom Hill is playing pretty good, and I just don't think the Cardinals can win this one, especially in New Orleans. Final score 22-26. Now we have the Rams at the Broncos. This should actually be a pretty good game. Both of these teams are doing pretty good in the preseason, but I think the Broncos have been doing better. They have more quarterbacks. They have more better quarterbacks, if that makes sense. I see they were playing Teddy Bridgewater and Drew Lock. I don't know who the Rams are playing off the top of my head. But anyway, I say the Broncos win this one 26-30. It's hard to follow all the backups. Now we have the Chargers at the Seahawks. The Seahawks honestly haven't been playing good at all in the preseason, which I'm assuming will change in the regular season because the Seahawks always just seem to be a pretty good team, especially with Pete Carroll and Russell Wilson. So I'm saying the Chargers win this one just because the Seahawks are playing bad the preseason, 20-16. Now we have the Jaguars at the Cowboys. I really thought the Jaguars would win last week against the Saints. I thought Trevor Lawrence would play a lot better than he has been. He hasn't been looking like the #1 pick. That being said, I think he'll play pretty good this game, and the Jaguars will win 17-13. Now we have the Dolphins at the Bengals. So the Dolphins, they beat the Falcons last week. That's not saying anything. And they lost to the Bears in week 1. The Bengals lost to Washington. So that's not really saying anything for either team. I'm saying the Bengals win this one 16-22. Now we have the Raiders at the 49ers. The 49ers, if I'm correct, have been playing pretty good this preseason as well. I haven't been following the Raiders that much. It looks like last week they beat the Rams by 1 point. So anyway, I'm saying San Francisco wins this one at home 20-30. Now I have the Patriots at the Giants. The Patriots haven't been too bad this preseason. Their quarterbacks have been playing good, Mac Jones and Cam Newton. So I'm saying the Patriots win this one. Final score 26-16. And now for the last game, we have the Browns at the Falcons. I just cannot trust the Falcons. They haven't played very good in any of the preseason games, and they always seem to choke, or at least they did last year. So I have to pick the Browns in this one, 26-13. If you guys enjoyed the video, as always, be sure to like and subscribe, especially if you're new here. Another thing, if you're new here, make sure to join our Discord server. I have a link for that in the description. If you click the link, it should take you to our server. It's just a place where we talk about video games and sports, all the stuff that is on our channel. And if the link doesn't work, just send some comments. I can help you through it. And I will see you next time on Good Gamers. Thanks for watching.